Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 4. In the previous episode, Willow was back in Sunnydale, but she had inadvertently put this spell on herself and wasn't able to see Buffy and Xander. I felt like she emotionally and mentally wasn't ready to see them, so, she just kind of created this spell but didn't know that she had and was trying to find them, and it was interesting to see them be in the same places at the same time but not see each other. And we saw Spike is very rapidly, falling apart mentally in the basement of the high school. Anya was able to see both groups, obviously, but it was very interesting as they fought this, skin-eating demon, which was just horrific and will still haunt my dreams for a long time. But luckily they were able to rescue Willow, and Dawn was also paralyzed, and Willow seems to be focused more on healing and still using magic, but magic that seems to be focused more on the earth and nature and things around her, and she was trying to grow her own skin back, which was interesting. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what this means for Willow's character now that she's back. I don't know how involved Giles will be anymore, because obviously his big part in this was getting Willow better, and it sounds like she didn't finish her treatment, but she's back in Sunnydale now. Anya is back to being a vengeance demon. The Hellmouth is still looming beneath, Sunnydale, obviously, with the high school, and that seems to be playing a big part. I feel like that's going to be our big bad is, the Hellmouth, which I feel like ties into the first season really well as well, especially with the last season. I feel like they're definitely trying to reference a lot of first season things, which as an audience member, I really like seeing that. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where this last season is going to go. It's definitely bittersweet for sure. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. And who could this be? Oh, Buffy. There's a lot to say about sleeping in a coffin, man. I know it was temporary, but still. This kid has died and come back way too many times.
Potential vampire.
Vampire by vampire. It's the only way I know how.
My nightmare. Oh my god. Nope. Poor Dawn.
There's the looming humongo bad. And it's a school night. I should be home in bed, cuddling up to my insomnia and worrying.
You'll be fine. You'll be a great counselor.
It's my first week actually talking to the kids. What if their problems are weird and tricky?
She loves weird and tricky, yeah.
Familiarity with the world of weird and tricky. This job's perfect for you.
Check out perfect me.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where that's gonna go. I think she'll be great at it.
She cut herself shaving and then died naturally of embarrassment.
She looks
peaceful.
Not anymore! Oh! Yellow-eyed vampire. Dusted. Good thing they were there. Her little nameplate is so cute, all grown up.
Serious, I don't want to talk.
Okay.
I hate to miss bio, but I thought it was best I come speak with you.
I know this actor for sure. I'm blanking on his name though.
On my mind?
I feel like he was in a bunch of 90s shows.
It's terrible. My parents got divorced when I was a kid.
Yeah, my parents are happily married. It's hard.
His story's not adding up.
You have to stick up for yourself, Amanda. You need to show this bully that you're not going to take any more of his shit guff.
Nice save.
Out for them. I just wish she believed it. She's still stressing over the whole dropped out of college, not actually.
Yeah, that seems to be a big thorn in her side, that she doesn't, didn't finish college.
Control, but no power. Could take 10 strokes to knock the nail in. Power, control. It's a trade-off.
Somehow that made sense for Xander.
Black-eyed baddie and bewitching that hammer into cracking my friend's skulls open like coconuts.
Right. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a fate I want to avoid, please.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Are they at the cemetery? Oh, yep. Oh, God. She's gonna see Tara. Oh, my heart. I know we've had, like, hundreds of scenes of the cemetery, but this looks like a different cemetery on a hill that's tilted. $22. Oh, my heart.
It's just, I'm not positive, so I was thinking that why don't you go on a date with me?
This guy. That's not how that works.
To establish your own identity. You said she's controlling. She doesn't let you make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Of course it's Dawn. Yeah.
Cassie, don't change the subject. Why won't you graduate?
Because next Friday I'm gonna die.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Can we talk about something else?
No, we have to talk about this.
Just,
We're absolutely talking about this. Yeah, no kidding.
Why not hurt yourself?
oh, I'm not gonna commit suicide if that's what you're saying. No way.
Okay.
What else does she have planned? Yeah.
Hurt you? Has someone threatened you?
No. No, I just know that next Friday I'm gonna die. Some things I just know I don't.
Does she have like visions or something? Yeah.
Lots of coins. Weird ones. And I know that you'll go someplace dark underground.
The Hellmouth and coins are involved?
That shirt, you should put a sweater on so it doesn't get stained. I gotta go.
Cassie, wait, please.
I gotta go.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay, well, she seems lovely, but yeah, what the frick is going on?
Most of the time, that's what it is when these students act out. Fear, pain.
But sometimes it's not just talk, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's something you should take seriously when someone says something like that.
We just do what we can.
It's not enough. I need to fix this. I don't usually get a heads up before somebody dies.
Yeah, no kidding. She's like, oh wait, I said too much.
I'm sure it's not usual to get a chance to stop something like... I need to do something, okay? I have to make this better.
Oh no, her shirt. She did tell her to wear a sweater. Oh no. Yeah, I'm guessing she has some like visions or something supernatural where she can see into the future.
How about like a snake with some fire coming out of its mouth?
Or a sexy hula girl that wiggles when you flex.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Great options, you know, either one would be great.
Hey, Mike, you're gonna get a B.
Oh, A+, baby, A+.
I feel like he's getting a B.
Is that any good?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, I haven't read the book, but I've seen the movie, so you can check out my reaction video to Slaughterhouse 5 if you want. But yeah, I still haven't read the book.
But it's not the first time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, just maybe, you're trying so hard to help that you're seeing paranormal when there's just normal.
Yeah, is it just coincidence, or can she actually, you know, predict things?
Pale fish will never swim. My skin is milk for no man to drink. My thighs unused, unclean.
Oh my.
It's not ready yet.
Where is this poem
But
going?
dirt waits for no...
Oh, this is taking a very dark turn now.
Death really is on her brain.
We all deal with death.
And this girl isn't just dealing, she's giving death a long, sloppy word kiss.
I even posted a melodramatic love poem or two back in the day.
Love poems?
Probably about Xander.
I'm thinking some people can't handle the rejection. I'm thinking that...
Hey, I got something. Oh, drunken disorder.
Oh no. Her dad? Oh.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer would break down this door.
And Buffy the counselor?
Yeah, it's interesting to see her compare the two, that she has to, you know, now follow these different rules as she's, you know, representing the high school.
I need to talk to you.
So is she screwing up her grades again?
He seems charming.
Not the sharpest apple in the barrel.
That's not even a saying.
What's that got to do with Cassie?
Frankly, we were worried that you might drink too much and hurt Cassie.
She's trying so hard to be an adult and be, like, assertive and not, you know, just fight to get out of situations and actually use her words.
Personality transplant.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, what? Okay, now you'll get out of my house?
Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, theory needs to be reevaluated here. This did not work.
Believe me, I want to be here, do things. I want to graduate from high school.
Oh. And our White Stripes t-shirt.
I have this friend, and it would be fun to go with him.
But she doesn't think she'll be here. Oh.
I'd like to go. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. I'd love to ice skate.
Oh, Buffy loves ice skating. Oh.
I'd love to see my cousins grow up and see how they turn out, because they're really mean, and I think they're gonna be fat.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't. I just know it's gonna happen. I don't know why and I don't know how, but something out there is gonna kill me.
I feel like Buffy could really relate to that speech, as, you know, when she was a Slayer and trying to be a normal teenager at the same time and had, you know, hopes and dreams and had to kind of reevaluate some of them for being a Slayer. Oh, that's definitely her picture they're setting on fire. This can't be good. Are those coins around the fire? That's what it looks like. Yeah. Oh, she did mention coins. Oh my god. Why is it always dudes in robes? Cheese and rice. Oh, not Cassie.
Sharp happiness is a knife to me. One jealous snake on a windowsill.
It's definitely interesting to see Dawn explore more like high school friends. I know this is for Buffy, but still.
I sit alone and try to love them. I sit alone as snake.
And how we're trying to like prevent this from happening. Normally it's like after things happen and then we figure it out.
Down here. Right here.
Is he talking about himself? Yep, definitely.
William is a bad man.
Using his full name even.
I got a free period.
You seem kind of upset. Something on your mind?
No, not really. Well, I got a lousy B in Egyptian history.
Just like Cassie said.
I don't know. I guess she doesn't see me that way. She makes me crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, sometimes I just...
Not crazy in that way, I don't think.
Oh, that's so weird. I was just thinking about her. Yeah, I was thinking if, you know, Cassie won't budge, maybe I'll ask Dawn.
Buffy's like, I've made a huge mistake here.
They're rejecting you like that?
Nah. She's a girl, right? Making boys crazy is like your job description.
Oh my god, this guy.
You're asking my sister to the dance? This is your second choice?
This is not gonna go well for you, bud. Oh, the coins!
Seems like someone's got quite a coin collection, huh?
Not just any coins either.
Now.
Believe me, if I knew anything, I'd tell you. I just... don't.
That doesn't seem suspicious at all.
I just want to make things better. Connect. And I'm going to connect with your face if you don't.
There she is. Yep. Resorts to violent threats.
I really wanted to be your friend.
You are my friend.
I am?
Oh, it's nice to see Dawn. Yeah, get more friends.
I'm glad.
Hey, Summers.
Listen.
I feel like this kid was in like Home Improvement. Like, is that right?
Oh, no, not exactly.
Well, I was just doing a poll.
This guy sucks. What a jerk.
God, he's such an ass.
Yep. Oh no, go get Cassie.
All present?
Of course he's part of this horrible group with the men in robes. Oh god, that's a big knife. Cheese and rice.
Bust in here is gonna get a nasty surprise. I set up this booby trap my cousin Ben always used to do.
Then nobody is getting in.
Oh god, Cassie.
It's nothing personal.
It's very personal. You picked her.
Infinite riches, and we will pay you with our sacrifice. We kneel before you with the gift of flesh.
God, that's horrendous. Yes, Buffy! Yes! Your permanent record.
Back off. Get back! Get back, you stupid bitch.
Oh, you talked to the wrong person. Nope. Right in the bits. Bye, Peter.
That lame demon?
Oh, Skip? What? It looks like Skip. I know that'd be a crossover, and I'm being very hopeful, but that's what came to mind. Oh, she can kill a demon, don't worry. Ooh! Not Skip. Oh, good night. It looks really cool. Oh, Spike with the torch.
No letting her go.
I'm tired. I'll take care of this.
Yep. Bye. Ooh, right on his insides. He's risking it though. It hurts, but he's doing it. Oh, it looks really cool though. Yep. Demon on fire. Oh, even like the fire effects look really cool. Definitely better like throughout the seasons. The effects and everything have only gotten better and stronger.
She'll tell you. Someday she'll tell you.
She'll tell you what? What? Come on, man. Don't leave these ominous messages.
You okay?
She'll tell you that she loves you? Like, is that what we're doing? Because that's what he wants to hear the most.
You can't be dead.
This guy. Definitely going on his permanent record that he summoned a demon. Stupid jump scare. Oh! Exploding demon! I think I have to unalive Peter now because he got bit.
Help me, please, I'm bleeding.
Sorry. My office hours are 10 to 4.
And not a minute longer.
It's all okay now. I hope you're not too disappointed.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, my heart. Cheese and rice.
You can make a difference.
This poor girl's like, I just want to go home. I've had a heck of a day.
And you will.
Oh, that's all she wants.
Cassie.
What?
Cassie. No.
What?
No. Cassie.
How is she still dead? What? 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 Oh my god, come on. And I liked her character. Oh, they tried so hard to save her. Dang it.
She told me their family had a history of heart irregularities.
A heart attack? Really? Oh gosh. And the stress of it.
She was special.
Dang it, that's a character I wanted to keep seeing. You didn't fail her, Buffy.
No. You didn't, because you tried.
Oh, Dawn.
Hard. Not because of you. She was my friend because of you.
So what then? What do you do when you know that?
Great question.
When you know that maybe you can't help.
Yeah, Buffy wants to help anyone she can, obviously, and like we saw with this, some people you can't help and things just happen, but she tried so hard. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 4. It's the last season, so every episode is slowly getting more and more bittersweet as we get closer. I know it's still far off now, but even Episode 4, I'm like, oh god, there's only so many left. So it's definitely bittersweet going through each episode, but I really enjoyed this episode. It was great to see Buffy have her first week at this counselor job at Sunnydale High, and it's so nice to see. It's like, it feels like watching your kids grow up, like we watched them through high school, and now she's, you know, an adult, like a young adult, you know, early 20s, and she has her first like grown-up job. You know, I don't know if she's still going to the Double Meat Palace. We haven't seen it in a while. I feel like she quit or still working there a little bit, but this is her first like grown-up job. I know she worked at the Double Meat Palace as well, but this feels a little bit more, you know, professional, and, you know, she gets to help people, which is something I think she's going to be great at. And, you know, she's been through a lot, and I think she's, you know, a great listener and can offer advice to people, and, you know, is still relatively close to their age. She's only 22, 23, something like that, and these kids would, you know, be teenagers themselves. So I think that helps also, is that she can, you know, still relate to them as a young person, and the fact that, you know, like she's gone through so much, you know, with loss and relationships and also being a Slayer, you know. So when they're talking about weird and tricky stuff, you know, Xander's like, you deal with weird and tricky all the time. Like, this definitely is up your alley. It was interesting to see Willow back as well. She's not fully part of the gang, which, you know, I understand why they would want to give that some space and some time, and I think she needs that also. It might be too much for her to come back, you know, in full, you know, we did see her do some research and stuff towards the end of the episode, but she wasn't out, you know, in the field with them, so I'm curious to see, you know, when we'll get there, but I think it's a good start either way. She, you know, went for a walk with Xander and went to Tara's grave, which definitely got me teary-eyed. That scene was tough. I wasn't expecting, you know, I know Tara's passed away obviously, but oh gosh, it was just brought back all the, you know, emotions of realizing that she's gone, and to see Willow put the stones on her grave and, you know, touch the stone, I think was just a really tough moment, but a really sweet moment as well, because it just shows, you know, how much Willow cared about Tara and how young Tara was as well. I think she was 22 from the birthdays, maybe only 21, but still, it was just so tough to watch. I like that they're keeping the memory of Tara alive, because obviously it is still affecting Willow as it should. Like, it was a huge part of her life, her first, you know, big relationship outside of Oz, but I think this one felt different. It felt like they had a different, you know, level of connection, and it wasn't perfect, but I think they, you know, had something really special there, and for it to be gone because of stupid Warren was just heartbreaking. It's nice to see Dawn, you know, as a high school student, and, you know, her exploring new friends. And, you know, after we lost Cassie at the end of this episode, to see Dawn sitting on the couch, I was getting teary-eyed again from that, just because Dawn was talking. It felt so genuine. It felt like, you know, sometimes you see scenes where actors are crying and it feels really like fabricated, but this felt so genuine and so real. And, you know, she's like, she was my friend, and I think they would have stayed friends. Like, I could have seen, you know, a future for them being friends for a long time, but obviously that was not meant to be. And, you know, Buffy grappling with the, you know, what do you do when you can't save them all? Like, it was interesting to kind of reverse, you know, the format for the show in this episode. Is typically, you know, there's a body, and then we start to figure, okay, how do we prevent future crimes, and how do we stop whoever is terrorizing Sunnydale, basically? But this girl knew what was going to happen. They were able to save her from that, from Peter and his red robe. And, you know, unfortunately, a heart attack still got her. So it was still in the cards for her. It was still her time, which is just so heartbreaking, because, you know, Buffy went through so much effort to save her, and, you know, killing this demon and saving her. And, you know, just as there, even the arrow showing up last minute, you know, she was able to save her from that. And I think the shock from that is what started it. And obviously going through the horrible traumatic event of being, you know, she had tape over her mouth. She got this giant, like, cleaver knife to her throat, which is terrifying as well. And, you know, she didn't know she had this heart condition, but I was just so tough to see. And, you know, like, Buffy realizes that you can't save them all. And I think that's a tough lesson, but a big lesson, especially as someone who's going to be dealing with, you know, even the course of this episode, we saw her interact with, you know, 5 or 6 different students, and, you know, just that shot of her through the window as we end the episode, of her getting ready to face another day, basically. And I think it'd be a tough job to not take on a little bit of that daily. You know, you're dealing with lots of problems, and I think you would absorb some of those problems. And obviously she was deeply invested in Casey's story and wanted to help, you know, save her life, obviously. But typically it's someone dies, and then we figured out this, you know, Buffy had the opportunity to try and prevent it, and, you know, she lets it slip to the principal, like, oh, typically I don't, you know, usually I don't have an opportunity. He's like, what do you mean? Like, you do this all the time? And so I'm still curious how much the principal knows about Buffy, but to see Buffy kind of come to that realization. And I know it's something that she's, you know, thought about before, because obviously she's a Slayer and, you know, has been dealing with death since day one, basically, of the show. But the fact that, you know, this was a human, it wasn't a demon, it wasn't a vampire, it was just a regular high school student who had hopes and dreams. And that scene where Cassie is, you know, pouring out all the things she wants to do in her life. And I feel like that was a big moment for Buffy as well, because I feel like Buffy's given a similar speech, and I also feel like Buffy could very much relate to what Cassie was saying, and the fact that she's like, I love ice skating. I was like, Buffy loves ice skating. This girl is so young, has her whole life ahead of her, and she wants to go to the winter formal, with this guy, and she wants to, experience life, and, them thinking the dad would be involved, but clearly that wasn't the case, and, just her pouring out her heart. And I think Buffy just, her heart broke in that moment as well, because even though she tried so hard to prevent this, it still ended up happening. And I feel like Buffy saw a little bit of herself in Cassie, so I'm sure that was extra hard because, they're all close to the same age. And I was also wondering if Cassie would have these supernatural powers. It seemed like she did a little bit because she could obviously sense that something was coming. She predicted her friend would get a B on the test. She knew Buffy would, spill on her shirt, and she was able to figure out that coins would be involved, but didn't really know, what else. And she didn't predict the heart attack, but she did predict that she would die. So, like Dawn said, it was her heart. It was nothing Buffy could do. And we very rarely see people die of natural causes on this show. So that was also a different approach. I feel like Cassie's message to Spike saying, she'll tell you one day, was relating to Buffy. And the first thing that came to mind was saying that she'd say, I love you, because Buffy hasn't said that to Spike, and Spike said it to Buffy countless times. But her saying that, one day that'll happen, maybe that was the reassurance Spike needed. I don't know if what he perceived it as, obviously. We didn't, have a conversation with him after, but that's my guess. Please no spoilers, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what else it would mean. The she to me has to be Buffy. There's nobody else that, means that much to him, and that is even really in his life. Like, he is very isolated at the moment. But the fact that Buffy would say that she loves him, I have no idea why we would get there after everything that has happened. Saying he's the evil man, and, and then even still speaking in like these half fragments of like, save the girl, like, don't hurt the girl, and, she can't get hurt. And, he does save Cassie in the end, which was great, but still, it feels a bit forced, and that's what I'm struggling with, because I feel like, given everything that has happened between these two characters, they should be nowhere near each other. Maybe she does have some lingering feelings for him still, I don't know. The makeup and the effects of the demon, the prosthetics, everything looked so cool. I thought it was Skip from Angel. If you've seen any of my Angel reactions, that's what it kind of reminded me of at first glance. And then the effects and the makeup have always been well done, but I feel like each season that goes on, they get better and better. And the fire looked really real in this shot. Like, it looked well done. And, Buffy stabs him in the stomach with this fire stick, and then his whole body just sets on fire. And of course, I fall for the jump scare at the end when he, has that one last moment of still being alive and lifts his head up. And how we started the episode at a funeral home, and then, have a death at the end, which there is death pretty much in every episode, but still it felt extra, ominous, like when we start off literally in a funeral home, as this lady had become a vampire after she had passed away. I'm curious to see how prevalent student problems will be worked into the format of the show. I think that's interesting. I think it might get a bit tiresome if it's the entire, season is like that, but it's definitely interesting that could be an option. Obviously this is going to be part of Buffy's life. This is her new job. And we also heard them talk about how, Buffy seems really insecure about not finishing university or not finishing college, that she seems to not value herself in her role because she doesn't have that piece of paper, basically. And now that I was thinking about it, I was like, Willow didn't graduate, Xander didn't graduate, like nobody from the Scooby Gang graduated college, so obviously we had a lot going on. But I know Willow went back a few times. We know Buffy had talked about going back, but she had missed like the application date, and yeah, I don't see her going back ever at this point. I think life is just going to get busy and she's just going to get caught up in that. Maybe she will pursue it at some point, but I think she's kind of getting more set in her ways, and I think she'll be a great guidance counselor at the school. But that definitely seems to be a thorn in her side, that she doesn't think she can contribute as much as someone who has graduated college, but I don't think that's accurate at all. because she's lived 100 lives basically in her short, time here on Earth, because she's lived, 1,000 lives basically as her time as the Slayer and all the things that have happened to her. So I'm hoping she can overcome that insecurity and, see that she is providing value to these students and, is able to call them out on their stuff, but also still be, a good listener and give them advice and, just really help be a sounding board for these students. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode. It was a tough episode, I think, just in the fact that, I was really getting attached to Casey's character, and then to lose her in the episode as well was sad. And, to see Willow back and going to Tara's grave, and to see how Cassie's death was affecting Dawn was heartbreaking as well. And to see Buffy, trying to find her feet in this new job. In the first week, it was always the hardest because you're trying to figure everything out and learn everything all at once and, dealing with the student problems. But I think, as time goes on, she will get, even better at it. I think she's going to be great at it. But, with more experience, she'll hopefully get some more confidence. Spike is still just hanging out in the basement, speaking in weird, random, fragmented sentences. Anya wasn't in this episode, but I don't know where she would have fit in. Like, even Spike's scenes seemed a bit forced, and I know he's in the high school, basement, and we obviously took place, the majority of the story at the high school as well, but yeah, I don't know where Anya would have fit in this. It was definitely nice to see Willow back, helping out the gang. Even if she's not officially back, I could see why they'd be cautious about that, but it was definitely nice to see her, helping with research, and to see how Buffy, is becoming a young adult, and going from her being a student, in high school from season 1 to now her being a counselor at that same high school in season 7, and just the progression and the growth, and to see her now being able to help students. And maybe if someone had been there to help her, I don't know how things would have been different, and we see her interact with the principal a little bit more in this episode, and we get to know a little bit more about him. So I'm still suspicious about him, but obviously we know the track record with principals in Sunnydale. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. She loves weird and tricky. Her little nameplate is so cute, all grown up. Yeah, is it just coincidence, or can she actually, predict things? Oh, that's definitely her picture they're setting on fire. This can't be good. Of course he's part of this horrible group with the men in robes. Oh, right on his insides! Definitely going on his permanent record that he summoned a demon.